So this is what this search and seizure proceeding is all about. This is the silence before the storm. Okay. The storm is now going to come. Shall we start with it? Are you ready? You cannot be ready so slowly. You need to be ready with a loud voice. Are you ready? So after search and seizure, we are moving ahead towards now the search and seizure assessment. I would like to say one thing to my recording students, that if you are a fast track student, exam oriented student, I am not going to record this topic separately. This will be done from the direct of my regular batch. You will be given the soft copy for the same. Okay. Because I cannot teach this from the summary. I have to go into the provisions of the law because there are a lot of amendments in the last 2 years. Search and seizure assessment. Pay attention on the board, please. Commonly known as block assessment, applicable from 1st of September 2024. Sir, what used to happen before 1st September 2024? Before 1st September 2024, if any search and seizure was done, the assessment was done under section 147 itself. Are you clear? On 30th of September 2025, search was initiated by the AO. Okay. And on 5th of October 2025, around 6 days after that, the search was completed by the AO. After this, once the search is completed, the AO will send you a notice to file what? The return of income under section 158 BC for a for a block period. Let's not say 6 years now, please. For the ease of saying, I was saying 6 years, 6 years, 6 years again and again. Now I'm not going to say 6 years. Now I will read as per the law. So 30th September 2025, they have initiated the search. 5th of October, we will take this date as the date in the entire chapter. 5th of October, the search is completed. So now after few days after that, the AO is sending you a notice to file the return for a block period. Let me tell you, the government has made a separate chapter for this entire assessment. Separate chapter. One dedicated chapter has been given for search and seizure block assessment. This in itself is a mini income tax act. Mini. This will cover everything. You don't have to go to any other section of the income tax law. Only follow this chapter 14B. This covers definitions. This covers computation mechanism. This covers tax rates. This covers how much interest will be imposed on you. This tells you how to file the return. This tells you how much penalty will be imposed on you. Everything. This tells you everything that is relevant for an assessee to do under income tax law. You don't have to go anywhere else. You have to come within this chapter. That's it. For filing return, don't go to section 139. Follow this section. For imposing penalty, don't follow the normal penalty provisions. For imposing interest, don't go to 234 ABC. No. 234 ABC is not applicable here. Here they have their own interest. For tax rate, they have their own tax rate. Okay. Don't go to the Finance Act rates. Okay. Everything is mentioned here. But the first thing that we need to address over here is, if a search is done on 30th of September and if it is completed on 5th of October, then for which years I have to file the return. Okay. It means which year's assessment will be done for me now. You can think from PY perspective, you can think from AY perspective, whatever you want to think. But I want you to give me the correct years. Shall I show you the provision? Shall I show you the provision? I want you to tell me the correct what? Years. I would like to just confirm from all of you. Are you saying from PY perspective or AY? PY? So that there is a consistency in your answer, otherwise it will not match. Correct? Then what is a block period? It is defined under section 158B. Block period. Read. Don't be in a hurry, please. Special chapter 14B added by Finance Act 2024 with effect from 1st September 2024. This itself is sufficient to tell you how important it can be for exams. Block period means the period comprising the previous year relevant to 6 assessment years preceding the previous year in which the search was initiated under section 132 or requisition was made under section 132A, and also includes the period starting from 1st April of the previous year in which the search was initiated or requisition was made and ending on the date of execution of the last of the authorization for search or requisition. Please read at your end. I have not explained anything from my side. It would be better you go from backward. Backward means from today. It will be easier for you to identify the years. Okay. If you are ready, let me know. Are you ready with the years? Acha, tell me one thing. How many years are there over here? It's not 6. It's more than 6. Correct? Great. Now read at your end. Complete your reading. Complete your analysis at your end. And tell me the years. Previous year we are saying? We will say as per previous years? Okay. In the exam, if you want, you can convert that into AY then. Okay. Are you ready to say? Tell me, which previous? I want from the back. No, not from there. I want from today. From today, which will be the first previous year? 20? 25, 26 previous year. Completely. See, I want first tell me the complete 6 years. Complete 6 years, tell me. 24, 25? Sure? Perfect. 23, 24? 22, 23? 21, 22? 20, 21? And these are 6 complete years. Perfect. Plus, is there a partial year also? From 1st April 2025 to till when? Last day of the authorization of search. That is when the search is completed. It has to be taken as the date of completion, not date of initiation. Are you clear? Till 5th October 2025. So 6 complete years and 1 partial year. Okay, wait, don't write. Everything is there in the book. Wait. Now let me read the provision for you. Not everybody would have understood this, correct? Block period means the period commencing previous years relevant to 6 assessment years preceding the previous year in which the search is initiated. Search is initiated in which previous year? 25, 26. You have to take the last 6 previous year. Are you clear? It is as simple as that. Okay. You have to take the relevant assessment year for the last 6 previous years. Are you clear? You have to take the relevant assessment years for the last 6 previous. These are 6 complete years. Then you come to the current year in which the search is initiated. That will be a partial year, correct? It may be a 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 12 month also, correct or not? That I don't know. That depends upon when the search is completed, correct? So take that also. Is it clear? The first thing that will be expected for you all in exam is this only. Okay, when block assessment concept was there, they used to ask this question in the exam. Shall I go ahead with the second point? There are step by step everything I will be explaining you, don't worry. Okay. It's a very beautiful discussion. There are a lot of things that we have to learn over here. We will see everything from the color book also. Ultimately, you are going to revise from here, so you should be aware of what you are reading. Please see this. If you have still not understood, it is very simple. Find out the year of search. Okay. Ignore that year. Take the last 6 years. Okay. And then come to year of search. 1st April to the date of completion of search. Are you clear? As simple as this. There is nothing great to identify once you know it. It is important that first time you read the law and you identify. That is most important. Shall I go ahead? Pay attention now. Now the AO will tell you, please see here. AO will send you a notice now. Search is done. Teaser is done. Now the AO will send you a notice to file the return for a block period. Now do you know the block period? Yes. File the return for a block period. Okay. Now you will ask within how much time? Okay. Let's read now. Step by step. Only this much. Then a proviso is added by Finance Act 2025. Okay. We will do that proviso after we read this paragraph. The AO shall, in respect of a search initiated or the books of accounts or other documents or any asset requisition. Try to understand the importance of these words. Search and requisition. Are you able to differentiate or not? Ultimately, both are considered to be seizure only in the eyes of law. Correct? One is done by you, one is done by other authorities. On or after 1st September 2024, issue a notice to such person requiring him to furnish within such period, not exceeding a period of 60 days, as may be specified in the notice, a return in the form and verified in the manner as may be prescribed, setting forth his undisclosed income for the block period. So, in how many days you have to file the return? It will be mentioned in the notice, but not exceeding. Are you clear? What was the time limit in 148? Not exceeding 3 months. Correct? Here it is 60 days. There is an amendment made. They have put word undisclosed. That was the biggest mistake that they made last year. Check here. See here. They made a big blunder last year. I already had put that particular thing in my book also. Last year's book that was there. That this is a mistake in the law. Everywhere they have said that the AO will assess the total income of the assessee. Why? Why? Unnecessarily you will assess total income. You would have paid lot of tax earlier. Why will you assess the total income once again? So they have replaced the word total income to what? Undisclosed income everywhere. Are you clear? Wherever the word total income was there, they have replaced with undisclosed income in Finance Act 25. They realized their mistake, that was wrong. Okay. Now, let's read this return filing provision from the Act. The return will be filed in 158 BC. 17.9 please, page number. We will read from here. We will also analyze that amendment which is added as a proviso by Finance Act 2025. Shall I read? Where any search has been initiated under section 132, this is exactly taken from the income tax website. Or the books of accounts, other documents or assets are requisition under 132A in case of any person, then the assessing officer shall, in respect of a search initiated or books of accounts, other documents or any asset requisition on or after 1st day of September 2024, issue a notice to such person requiring him to furnish within such period, not exceeding a period of 60 days as specified in the notice, a return in the form and verified in the manner as may be prescribed. So the form number, etc., the government will prescribe. Yes or no? Setting forth is undisclosed income for the block period. Now, there are few provisos which were there already, which are very, very simple proviso, nothing great as such. Once we read, you will understand everything. Provided that such return shall be considered as if it was a return furnished under 139, and then the AO will send you what? Please tell me. A scrutiny notice under 143(2) to ask you questions. Are you clear? This was also done in 148 also. Yes? Yes. If you don't reply, then he will do best judgment. Are you clear? He will write in the order 158, read with 144. Are you clear? Next. Provided that any return of income required to be furnished by an assessee under this section, furnished beyond the period allowed in this notice, okay, shall not be deemed to be returned under 139. Okay. We will not take that as 139 return. We will consider that you have not filed the return only, and then we will do the best judgment. It means you have to file the return within the time specified in the notice. Maximum will be 60 days. Are you clear? Next, this return, check. Once this notice has been issued, then 148 notice should not be issued to assessee. Check. Both the assessments will not be done side by side. Are you clear? Arey, tell me now, search and seizure person is also escaping income or not? Tell me please. But don't do 147. Okay, this is sufficient. Don't do 147. Leave it. Provided also that a person who has furnished a return under this clause shall not be entitled to what? Furnish a revised return. You cannot revise this return. Are you clear? I told you this chapter is a mini income tax act in itself. Everything they have mentioned over here itself. You don't have to go out of chapter 14b. Everything they have mentioned. So what you have learned from this clause A? Please tell me. Without looking into the books now. What all things we have taken out of this clause? The AO will send you a notice to file return. We know the time limit. We know that after this he will send you scrutiny notice. If you don't file the return on time, then he will do best judgment. Then we know that you cannot revise this return, correct? You cannot revise this return. Are you clear? You cannot file this return late also, correct? Now, Finance Act 2025, wait now. They have added one proviso. You can see this. Can you? See here, please. In this proviso, they are giving you 30 days extra. How much? How much? Suppose in the original period, they are giving you 30. So as per this proviso, they will give you 60. In the original, they are giving you 60. So here it will be 90. Subject to 4 conditions. How many? If you fulfill these 4 conditions, you will get 30 days extra to file the return. Shall we see? Let's see. Provided also that the time allowed for furnishing the return under, say now please, may be extended by a further period of how many days? 30 days. Put it in the box. In your color book also you can do it. 4 conditions. Where in respect of a previous year, immediately preceding the previous year in which the search is initiated or requisition is made. So they are talking about which previous year? Tell me first of all, decode this. Step by step you have to decode. Which previous year they are talking about? 24-25. Okay? Comma. The due date for furnishing the return has not expired prior to the date of initiation of search. Check it please. Is it clear? Now what do I mean by this first clause? Let's decode one by one. Shall I say? I am an individual liable for tax audit, not covered by transfer pricing. Is this sufficient for you to tell me the due date of filing of return? What is my due date? 31st October, correct? The search is happening in September. Am I fulfilling condition number 1? Tell me, the search is happening in December. Am I fulfilling condition number 1? The answer is no. This is applicable if, first of all, this is applicable to the immediately last year. You check the immediately last year. Check whether the due date is expired or not. Before what? Before the initiation of search. If the search is initiating in January, then close this proviso, go ahead. Are you clear? If the search is initiated in July, shall I read the next 3 clauses? If the search is initiated in July, shall I further read? You have to read na. If you are fulfilling the first condition, then you will read the rest 3 na. If the first itself is violated, why will you read the rest? Do you want extra 30 days? You have to fulfill 4 conditions. How many? You are fulfilling the first. Should I check the next? You are not fulfilling the first itself. Should I check the next 3? My search is in December. When? Should I check the next 3? The first itself is violated. You will not get extra 30 days. Are you clear? Let's assume the search is initiated in May. When? Before all due dates. Yes. Are you clear? Condition number 2. The assessee was liable for audit under section 44AB for such previous year means which previous year? 24-25. Okay, my example was correct. I am an individual. I am liable for audit. Okay. Third, the accounts maintained in normal course of such previous year, that is of have not been audited on the date of issuance of such notice. Okay. So when the officer has issued the notice, on that day the audit is not completed. And the fourth condition, the SSC requests in writing. What? I want extension. Let me complete my stuff at my end, correct? See, whatever I have done in 23, 24, 22, 23, 20, 21, 19, 20, that is done, correct? But this year is not yet closed, na? Please give me some extra time to close my books, correct? Of 24, 25, yes or no? Then you do whatever you want to do. Are you clear? This extra 30 days is only given in that case. Suppose if the search is initiated in December, correct? Then should your audit and return, everything should have been already filed. Then why you are asking for extra 30 days? It is already done. Yes or no? So this extra 30 days is only for this special circumstance. Are you clear? Come to the color book. Ultimately, you are going to revise from there only, please. And read it from here, mark it here, write down the year itself, whatever you want to do. I will be asking these 4 conditions to you, please. Again and again. It's an important amendment made by Finance Act 2025. What is condition number 1? Condition number 1. Due date for the last year is not expired on the date of initiation of search. Second, you are liable for tax audit. Third, the accounts are not yet completed. Correct? Not yet audited completely. Correct? It might have been started, but it is not yet. And the fourth, you request in writing for 30 days extension. This will be available only for 24-25, not for 23-24. Correct? So if you fulfill these conditions, you will get 30 days extra. You have to check for the immediately last year, not for the preceding 5 years. Shall I go ahead? Are you clear with this? I need to confirm one by one, step by step, provision by provision, line by line. Are you clear with this? Sure, everyone? Okay. Next concept. Listen here, please. See, this I have already told you. Let's strike off what we have done. One more point is there over here. This return will not be processed under 143.1. Okay. This return will not be, it will not be processed under 143.1. Okay. There is no need to process this. Whatever will happen in the assessment only. Okay. Now wait. Now a very important issue. Check here, please. Shall I say? I am changing this date. Not changing the date, but I am writing it once again. Shall I please? See on the board. Search is initiated on 30th September 2025. Search is completed on 5th October 2025. What does block period covers? Previous year? 1920 I can start? 1920 or 2021? I also get confused sometime. Please, if I do it wrong, please tell me. 224-25. Is it clear? Plus 1st April to 5th October. Wait now. The AO will send you notice. Tell me, you will file return for this. Your assessment will be done under this chapter. Tell me. Now listen to the problem. Shall I say the problem? For previous year, 21-22, assessment under 147 is pending on this date. Is it possible? Tell me loudly. Your 147 was going on, suddenly raid happened. Are you clear? Next question. For previous year 22-23, 147 was pending. Wait. For previous year 23-24, 143 subsection 3 was pending. Is it possible? First of all, tell me. I will not put any hypothetical situation on the board. Something which is possible, only that will be put. So on the date of initiation of search, when the search was initiated, these years assessment were pending. Means what? Some work is done by the assessing officer. Some work is done by the assessing officer. You might have replied few of the points. Now what to do? Correct? Don't make any judgments. Let's read the provision, what the law has to say. Shall I? Let's read. Come over here. In 158 PA, subsection 4. Not subsection 4, subsection 5. Next page. What? क्या हो गया? AC? कर लो. We will read from the top. Wait. We'll read subsection 1 also. Notwithstanding anything contained in any other provision of this Act, where on or after 1st day of September 2024 a search is initiated under section 132 or requisition under 132A as the case may be, then the AO shall proceed to what? Tell me now please. Assess or reassess what? The total undisclosed income. Earlier it was total income. They have amended in Finance Act 2025 correctly of the in accordance with the provision of this chapter. You will compute everything as per this chapter, not as per the other provisions of the law. Now we will talk about the issue which I have raised on the board. Don't read anything. You need to understand the issue first to understand the solution. What is the issue? The block period assessments are already pending in some other sections. What to do now? Check subsection 2. This will give you the answer. The assessment. Are you ready? Or the reassessment or the recomputation under the provision of this Act. Under the other than this chapter. It means which assessment? 143, 144 or other than 158. Correct or not? If any, pertaining to any AY falling in the block period, that is 1920 to 24-25 plus 1 extra year, correct? Pending on the date of initiation of the search under 132 or making requisition under 132 as the case may be. Is it pending? Shall abate. Shall abate means what? It will stop. Are you clear? What will stop? 143 will stop, 144 will stop, 147 will stop. Now all the incomes will be assessed only under which section? 158. Are you clear? Read the paragraph. Don't read next subsection, that we will read later. So all the old assessments which are pending, you will check the pendency on which date? On the date of initiation of the search, correct? Read this please. Okay, and if you want to write down this example, do you? Yes, write down and write down below this. All these will abate on which date? On 30th September 2025. From here onwards, the assessment will be done only under what? 158 block assessment, correct? Here, please. Next, listen please. We will come to this page once again after some time. At the break, obviously. Here. I am putting some data on the board which is similar to what we have done so far. Let's keep consistency in the dates. 30th September 2025, what is happening? Search is initiated. 5th October, what is happening? Search is completed. Okay. After that, what will happen? The block assessment will, tell me, will start. Okay. Is it clear? Now it will go on for some period. There will be obviously some time limit which we will see. Okay. The assessment is pending. Shall I say? In the meanwhile, the AO found that there are some other premises of assessee. This is going on. Okay. And there are some other premises of assessee where there are some undisclosed money, bullion, jewelry. So he went to the CIT and took warrant. And he did a raid. Second raid. After this. So after second raid also we have to send notice. Let the assessee file the return. Yes or no? Block period might overlap. Tell me now. It might overlap. What to do in such case? Don't make any judgments now. You are the lawmaker or what? Please stop. Read. My duty is to tell you the situation. Correct? Your duty is to read provision, not make comment on that situation. What should be the answer? I don't want that. You please read the provision and say what will happen. Where any assessment under the provision of this chapter is required to be made in case of an assessee in whose case a subsequent search is initiated or acquisition is made, such assessment shall be duly completed. And thereafter the assessment in respect of subsequent search or acquisition shall be made under the provision of this chapter. What did you understand from this? First, complete the old assessment. Okay. Don't start a new assessment altogether without completing the old one. Are you clear or not? First, complete the old. And then you can send 158 BC notice. Are you clear? And then you can initiate the next block assessment for the next block period. Are you clear? Sure. Okay. One or two things which I will say here, and the rest we will continue after the break. So this is also done. Pay attention over here. So how much tax they will take from us? 60%. How much? A total 78. Shut up now, please. You don't know anything. Don't say unless I'm telling you. Don't say. Then don't say, please. Please read. Page number 6.26. Please don't say. 78% is levied in some other provisions of the law. It is not levied here. It is levied under section 115 BBE. Not here. You will get confused unnecessarily later on. Why do you say? How much it is? 60%. Now listen. It is subject to surcharge and it is subject to what? But till now the Finance Act has not said what will be the relevant surcharge on this income. Are you clear? I cannot apply surcharge on this what I apply on general income. Correct? Yes or no? How can I apply that surcharge here? I cannot apply that surcharge here. The government has to prescribe the surcharge rate. They have not yet mentioned in the Finance Act. Even in your study material, they have given just this sentence. It is subject to what? Surcharge and cess. But we don't know how much. Are you clear? Cess will be 4% only whenever it will be proposed by the government. But surcharge we don't know. Okay? Yes or no? Either they should say, depending upon whatever assessee is there, which you impose on the general income, you should impose here also. Correct? But there is no concept like that over here. They have not mentioned the surcharge rate so far. Is it clear, all of you? 78% is there. Definitely it is there. It will come. But not here. It will come in section 115 BBE. There they have mentioned 25% surcharge. Please don't get confused. That is different thing. This section you have done in CA Inter also. Is 78%. That was there in CA Inter also. Unexplained money. Have you done or not? Unexplained expenditure, unexplained bullion. Yes. Cash credit. Okay. That we will see sometime later. Coming back to where? The search and seizure. Which page it is? Can you please tell me? 6.26. One last thing I am saying as of now. Okay. We will take a break. After the break, we will continue the discussion. Please see here, all of you. Search initiated on, we'll take the same date. If you want, you can go home, you can change the dates and analyze at your end, okay? Definitely you should do. Search is completed on 5th of October 2025, okay? After that, the AO will send you notice under section what? 158 BC to file what? Return of income. How much time he will give you? Mention in the notice, maximum 60 days. Can it be extended by further 30 days? Yes, if you fulfill the 4 conditions. Excellent. Now the question is, by when the AO will pass the order under this section? That is when he will complete the assessment. Okay, shall we see that time limit also? Let's see. Don't be in a hurry, please. The time limit to complete this block assessment is as follows. Check this. Complete, page number 6.25. Complete within 12 months from the end of the quarter in which last search authorization under 132 or requisition under 132A was executed. Is it clear? Additional 12 months if referred to, tell me, TPO. 13 months. Instead of 12, it will be 13 months if you take an extension in that proviso for 30 days. Are you clear? Related amendment they have made. Correct? That proviso is also newly amended. Correct or not? So they have to amend the times. If you are taking 30 days, then why we will not take 1 month? Yes or no? We will also take 1 month extra. Correct? So there are 3 time limits over here. Please tell me, what will be the by default time limit to pass an order? 12 months from the end of the, in which 12 months from end of which quarter you will take? December? Tell me, from the end of this quarter you will take 12 months. Correct or not? So this will come to 31st 2026. In case of that 30 days extra, it will be 31st Jan 2026. In case of TPO, sorry, 27. In case of TPO, 2027. In case of TPO cases, you take 30 days extra, 31st January 2028. Is everyone clear? By default, what is the time limit? Say once again. 12 months from the end of the quarter in which the search was completed. So this search is completed in the quarter of December. So 12 months from the end of December 25 is December 26. If you take 30 days extra to file the return, then it is 31st Jan 2000. Please don't get confused. I am not adding 30 days extra to this. 30 days extra is the extra time to file return. If you take extra days to file return, AO will get extra 1 month directly. Are you clear? TPO, by default 1 year extra. In case of TPO also, if you take extra, you will get extra 1 month to file the return. Is it clear? They should not ask such kind of dates in the exams. Okay, technically speaking, it's too much. But nevertheless, it is a newly amended section, so we cannot ignore this at any cost, please. Okay, and we cannot say also that they might not ask. They might ask such kind of provision because it is a newly introduced provision. So please write down this, give the heading, that time limit to complete what? Assessment by AO. Okay. By AO, and then leave some space to write few words after the break. Give the heading, time limit to complete assessment by AO, then leave some space at the top, please. Have you written this? Tell me. So let's go ahead now with the next provision. Pay attention, please, all of you. What we have done so far from here, let me see once. This we have done, that is the date of applicability of the section, it is correct. This we have done, this proviso we have done, this pending assessment, subsequent search also we have done. Now just for the sake of understanding, read once what is undisclosed income. It is very obvious, read it once. They have just put one amendment over here, that now even virtual digital asset, if it is found, virtual digital assets are nothing but your cryptocurrencies and all. Okay. In case they found that, then that will also be called as what? Undisclosed income. Okay. So income not only includes some income, but it also includes the wrong expenses, correct? Taking a wrong deduction of an expenditure or an allowance is also an escapement of income, correct? Shall I go ahead? Now let's move on to something important. Pay attention, please, all of you. Please see here, all of you, please. Suppose there is an assessee, Mr. A. There is Mr. X and AO, who has done search on the assessee on, take the same date, 30th September 2025. Okay. Now what are the relevant block period over here? Previous year 1922, 24-25 plus 1-4-25 to, not 30th, in our example it is 5th October 2025. 30th the search is initiated, correct, completed on 5th. Now when the search was going on, pay attention, the AO found some undisclosed gold etc. of Mr. B. Of what? Mr. B. So now, what is the duty of the Mr. X? I have already told you his duty earlier. What will Mr. X will do? He will hand over the gold etc. whatever he found belonging to Mr. B to the AO having jurisdiction over such person. So hand over this. Hand over to say Mr. Y, who is the AO of what? Mr. B. Is it clear? So now we need to answer the question which we have not answered before the break. What will happen with Mr. B now? Okay. Shall we see? There is an amendment made by Finance Act 2025 here also. Just 6 months back they brought the provision and so many amendments they have made. They could have brought correctly. They should not be in a hurry to bring such provisions here. Anyways, we'll see what the law has to say. 158 BD. What is the heading read? Undisclosed income of any other person. Okay. So Mr. B will be called as what? Other person, correct? In this section. Yes or no? Where the AO is satisfied that any undisclosed income belongs to, weight, or pertains to, or relates to any person, referred to as what? Other person. I'll give you a complete example. Weight. Let me read once. Comma. Other than the person, herein referred as specified person. For the purpose of this section, with respect to whom the search was initiated under 132 or requisition was made under 132, I want you all to read till the 4th line once again, please, at your end, silently. And you have to tell me who is other person that you have already told me, who is specified person. Only the 4 lines. Have you read? Who is other person? Mr. B. Who is specified person? Mr. A. Specified person is a person on whom search is conducted. Search is conducted. That party will be called a specified person for the purpose of this section. Another person will be the person whose property, asset, money, bullion, whatever you have found in the course of search. Correct? Now wait. Let's read it. Then, shall I read the last words of the 4th line? Then any money, bullion, jewelry, virtual digital asset, other valuable article or thing, or any books of accounts, document, seized or requisition, or any other material or information relating to the aforesaid undisclosed income shall be handed over to the, dangerous line is coming now, to the assessing officer having jurisdiction over such other person. This we already knew. We also knew the time limit also. But read now. And that AO, which AO? Which AO? Mr. B's AO shall proceed under 158 BC against such other person, and the provision of this chapter shall apply accordingly. What will happen? Search and seizure assessment of Mr. B also. Are you clear? So don't keep your money at somebody's place whom you suspect that he has black money. Correct? He will go. He will take you also. Are you clear? Keep money, black money at somebody's place who is very white. Yes? That person should not be subject to what? Search and seizure. There are a lot of mistakes in this. Let me address you in a while. I'll come to this in next 15-20 minutes. So I'm putting one example over here. See on the board, please. This is the example which is there in front of us. Okay. Let's name them now. What will I name Mr. A as? Tell me now, please. Specified person. What will I name Mr. B now? Other person. Okay. What will Mr. Y do now? Will do block assessment. Correct. Will he send Mr. P 158 BC first? For what? For filing the return for the block period. Correct. Now the question will arise here, please. What will be the block period of Mr. B? Yes. Go and check the definition of block. Which definition? Block period. Did you find Mr. B over there? Can you accommodate him over there? Read block period definition which you have started at the beginning of this chapter. Can you accommodate Mr. B over there? Tell me. Have you read it? I am not saying you are wrong. I just asked, have you read it? Are you confirmed with your answer? Did you understand my question? All of you till last bench, please. Can you accommodate Mr. B in that definition of block period? No. That is only for the person who is searched, on whom the search is initiated. So the law has to define the block period for Mr. B separately? Yes. The law has to define. Shall we see? Read the first proviso, clause 1. Clause A. Provided that where there is what? This entire section, listen, this entire section has been resubstituted. This entire section was wrongly put on 1st September 2024. So they removed this section and they resubstituted with retrospective effect. With what? It is applicable from 1st September but came in 25. Are you clear? Entire section was put in a haste, in a hurry. They made lot of mistakes. Now it is correct. Read clause A and tell me what is the block period of Mr. P. Tell me please. Same as A. Tell me now please. Therefore the block period for Mr. P will also be 1922, 24-25, correct, plus 1st April 25 to 5th of October 25. Is it clear? Step by step we need to go ahead. Wait. So the person on whom the search is conducted will be called as specified person as per this section 158 BD, and the person whose property you have found will be called as other person. The other person will also be subject to search and seizure. Sorry. But the AO will be other person's AO. Correct. He will proceed to go and tell Mr. B to file the return for the block period. The block period will be the same as specified person's block period. Okay. Till now. We have not read clause B now. Give the heading where there is single what? Specified person. And write down this please. Let's read the second clause. Where there is more than one specified person. Who is a specified person? On whom search is conducted. Mr. A search is conducted. Mr. B search is conducted. Mr. A's house your gold is found. Mr. B's house also your gold is found. Tell me now, please. Is it, we have to think the worst case scenario, correct? The law has to be made from every perspective. Correct? We take the block period of specified person. Can this block period of both the specified person might be different? Because search might have been conducted in different years. Which one to take? Read. Where there is more than, we will write the example for this also. Okay. Wherever there is even a single doubt will come, I will give the example. After 5 months, 6 months, nobody remember all these things. Okay. What is relevant after 5 months is only what is there in your books. That's it. Nothing is important. Who am I is of no use after 5 months. My books will be relevant for you. Nothing else. Or some YouTube videos, etc., which you will be putting. Whatever you note, that is most important thing as of now. When there is more than one specified person relevant to such other person, the block period for such other person shall be the same as that for the specified person, in whose case the block period ends on a later date. Okay? Shall I write an example? Give the heading and write with me. Where there is more than, we will only take 2, please. Where there is, we can take 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 also. Yes. Such an hopeless person. He is keeping money at everybody's house except his own house. Yes. Where there is more than one specified person. Mr. A is the search party. Okay. Mr. C is also a search party. Is he a specified person? Is C also a specified person? Mr. A's search is initiated on 25th March 2026. Mr. C's search is initiated on 2nd of April 2026. Okay. Now, what is the block period of Mr. A? Tell me the years. I am not interested in any other thing. Tell me the years directly. Previous year? 1922? 24, 25 plus. Correct? Plus whatever it is. Yes. What is the block period of Mr. C? Previous year? 2021 to previous year? 25, 26. Is it clear? Now, at his premise, gold was found. At his premise also, gold was found belonging to Mr. B. Correct? Now, what will be the block period for Mr. B? So you can see on the board now, whichever is later. Can't you see? Tell me now which one. That is previous year. 2021 to previous year. 25, 26 plus. Plus what? Only 2 days. Yes or no? 2-3 days till the date of completion of search. Correct? This provision was not there in the law on 1st of September 2024. Then they realized. They made a retrospective amendment. This other person only is dangerous. The search party is very easy to understand. This is also easy if you understand logically. These are not the provisions which you can just read from the bare act and understand. You will not realize all these things, what is exactly happening over here, unless you create a situation, make a story. Have you written? Write it please fast. Then I will have one question to all of you. Please answer technically correct. Once you write this. Shall I ask you? Now listen. Let's talk about Mr. A. Who is Mr. A? First example this is. Specified person. Block period 1920 to 24-25, correct? Any pending assessment of this period will be louder. Sure? Which assessments will abate? 143, 144, 158 BA will also abate. Huh? That will complete and then you will again start. Yes or no? As a subsequent search. Correct? That will not abate. They are very clearly written. You will abate all assessment other than this chapter. Yes or no? Now my technical question to all of you is, I expect you to give me the answer. Will you? If you don't remember, don't give me wrong answer. I'll be very angry with this. Please. I'll feel very bad about it if you give me wrong answer. If you don't know, it's okay. You see the book and tell me. Shall I ask? I have told you this today. The pending assessments are abated, correct? On which date you will check the pending assessments? Tell me. Yes, correct. Correct you are. On the date of initiation of search. Is it written in the law? Yes, it is written. Check the citation. Where it is written? 158 BA subsection 2. Correct? What is the logic behind abating them? Anyhow, we are going to cover one block assessment of 6 years. Already we are going to take everything in that. Why to do parallel assessment unnecessarily? Correct or not? Now see here. Is everyone clear till here? Now listen to my question, please. Now other person is also going to be coming under block assessment. Have we defined his block period? In both the cases we have defined it. In whichever case you want to stand, you can stand. Let's stand here only. This is simple. Correct? Single person. His assessment will also be done under 158 BA. Louder. Should his pending assessment also abate? Common sense. Yes. It should abate, right or not? Generally, the pending assessment should be abated. Is checked on which date? On the date of initiation of search. Correct? Is any search initiated for Mr. B? Tell me. So on which date I should check it is pending or not? Did you understand? Don't answer. Understand the question. Did you understand? On which date I should check the assessments of the block period are pending or not? Are you clear? Again I am saying. For specified person, Mr. A, you check whether the old assessments are pending or not on which date? On the date of initiation of search. In case of Mr. A, is the search conducted? So you will check on that date, correct? But in case of Mr. B, is the search conducted? But can his assessments also be pending for the block period? Why not? Definitely it will be. Some of the assessments will be definitely pending. His assessment should also abate, correct? But the question is, you will check the position of the assessment on which date? Because Mr. B's search was never conducted. Are you clear? So that is given below the proviso in 158 BD. Check. Provided that, shall I read? This is income tax. In case of such other person, who is such other person? For the purpose of abatement under subsection 2 and subsection 3 of 158 BA, the reference to the date of initiation of search under 132 or requisition under 132A shall be construed as reference to the date on which such money, bullion, jewelry, virtual digital asset, other valuable article or thing or any books of accounts, other document, seized or requisition any other material or information relating to the aforesaid undisclosed income were received by the assessing officer having jurisdiction over such other person. What did you understand from this paragraph? Did you understand what it wants to? On which date you will check the pendency is there or not? On the date on which the Mr. B's AO received the documents. Are you clear? Shall we just go forward with this example and write down this point? Is everyone surely clear? Let's write down further. Okay. Let's write as a common note for both of them. Correct? In case of other person, that is Mr. B, the pending assessment of block period shall what? Abate. The question is, on which date one should check whether the assessments are pending. Are you clear? And the answer is, it should be checked. It should be checked on the date on which the assessing officer of Mr. B received the books of accounts, document, assets, etc. Is it clear? What is 143 in front of this? Hopeless section. Yes or no? There is so much to ask here. I don't know what they will ask because it's a new section. Correct? Just one attempt has gone. Yes, one or two attempts have gone so far. They have asked one of the small simple questions in, I guess, in September 25. But most of the things are not tested so far. Shall I go ahead? I have one question to all of you, which I have already addressed you before the break. Check the board and tell me, please. Shall I ask you? What is the time limit to complete assessment by the AO of Mr. A? What is the time limit to complete assessment by AO of Mr. A? That is the original person, original assessee, on whom search is conducted. Tell me. 12 months from the end of the quarter, plus 1 month extra, plus 1 year extra in case of TPO. Correct? Yes or no? Should the law also define the time limit to complete assessment of Mr. B also now? Tell me. Now come to the provision. Check the other person's time limit. They should not ask such things. If they wish to ask such thing, they should write at the top of the paper also, our intention is to fail you. Okay. Who will remember all these things on the day of exam? Yes or no? At least the time limits. Other things are still, we can assume that we can understand logically. That's the reason I mentioned everything in the chapter of time limit. What is the time limit for other person? Same only it is, but the period from where it will start, that is different. Correct? 12 months from the end of the quarter in which the notice under 158 BC pursuant to 158 BD was issued to other person. It means then Mr. B's AO has issued the notice. Yes or no? From the end of that quarter you will take 12 months. Is it clear? Then again 12 months for TPO and 1 month extra if 30 days has been asked earlier. Okay. Is it clear? Shall I go ahead? Now there are two things that I cannot speak. Now you can read this if you want from the color book. Entire section amended. Other person, multiple specified person, single specified person. Correct? Henceforth, don't go to the bare act and read. Whatever we have to do, we are doing in the class itself. Henceforth, read it from here. See the example from the notebook. That's it. Is it clear? Tell me. Everything is very precisely mentioned over here, but yet comprehensive. No important points are missed over here. Shall I go ahead? Now there are two things that I cannot speak today at all. One is this. This is with respect to what? I cannot talk about this much today. And second is a small note that also I will not speak today. I'll speak later definitely. These are the two things that I'm not going to talk today. These are related to transfer pricing. For that, you need to know the provisions of transfer pricing. Now, please here, don't talk. Don't talk, please. Now, let's talk about how much tax they will impose, which I have already told you, but still. Let's talk about how much penalty they will impose. Let's talk about how much interest they will impose. Correct? Shall we see? These are very easy part. There is nothing that you have to think, make an example. It's very easy. The tax shall be charged at 60% for the block period as per section 113. This section is there since 2003, but it was paused. It was paused. You wait. Block assessment not applicable after 2003. Correct? Now again applicable from 1st October, so it has now resumed once again. It's not a new section. It's an old section only. No surcharge and cess are levied as of now. As of now only flat 60% tax on your undisclosed income. Okay. The penalty? See here, please. Wait. We are not aware of the penalty provisions as of now. Okay. The interest under 234 ABC. Nothing will be imposed here. Check. Okay. A penalty which is generally applied to normal assessees will not be applicable here. 234 ABC interest which you file when you file the return, these interests are there or not? Tell me. Not applicable for this assessee. Okay. Those are applicable under the normal provisions of the law, not for block assessment. This is a complete chapter in itself. So for interest, we will make a separate section in this chapter. For penalty also, we will make a separate chapter, separate section in this chapter only. The general penalties and general interest are not applicable here. So shall I read the specific interest applicable over here? Tell me. There is only one interest for not filing the return on time. Check please. What is the time given by the officer to file the return? Maximum 60 days plus 30 days extra in exception case. Correct? Under that fifth proviso. Yes or no? If you don't file, you will be liable for 1.5% interest per month. Check from which date to which date. From which date it will start? These things better you should at least interpret for me. Please. From which date? When the time limit is expired in the notice. Say 60 days expired. So from 61st day interest will start. Correct? Till when? Till that 12 months from the end of the quarter. Correct? Or 13 months. Yes. Or 25 months as the case may be. Correct? If it is a transfer pricing case plus 30 days extra. So till the assessment you will be liable for what? Interest. Because see, if you don't file the return on time, if you don't file the return on, you cannot file late. Yes or no? There is no provision to file what? Late return here. Then interest by default will be charged till assessment. Are you clear? Either file on time or pay interest till assessment. The choice is yours. Okay. Shall I go ahead? Let's talk about penalty. Penalty on undisclosed income of the block period as determined by the shall be levied at, underline, how much? 50% of the tax payable on undisclosed income. So it is 50% of what? The tax amount, not the income amount. Okay. How to compute the tax, that we will see now. Okay, we have not seen that. So 50% penalty, 60% tax, interest. 1.5% interest for not filing the return. If you file the return, then that interest will be escaped. Correct? Interest will not be imposed to everybody. Interest will be imposed to non-filers. Penalties is for everybody. Tax is for everybody. Are you clear? Tax and penalty will be by default imposed. Interest depends upon whether you file the return within the time or not. Now there is only one way you can escape this penalty. If you fulfill the following condition, no penalty. Okay. Shall I read? However, the penalty under section 158 BFA subsection 2 shall not be levied. Along with that, many other penalty will be escaped. We are not aware of all of them. Whenever we will read, we will talk about that. Right now, I cannot say. Right now, let's focus on what? Tell me now, please, yaar. Let's focus on 158 BFA subsection 2. That's what we know, correct? This I told you accidentally yesterday. Fake invoices you make, correct? Which was covered in provisional attachment. Yes or no? Rest absolutely not aware. Okay. But you can avoid. It can be avoided. This 50% can be avoided by virtue of the first proviso to 158 BFA subsection 2 if the following conditions are satisfied. A. Read. Very self-explanatory condition. Such person has furnished a return under 158 BC subsection 1 clause A. File the return first of all. Now you know you are gone, correct? Please at least comply the following things. You will be escaped from at least what? Penalty and interest will already be escaped because you are filing the return, correct? Then you only have to pay 60% tax. Yes. First, file the return. The tax payable on the basis of such return has been paid. Whatever income you are showing in the return, you should pay the tax on that. Or if the asset seized consists of the assessee offers the money so seized to be adjusted against what? Tax payable. Either pay or is the money lying with the department which they have seized? Tell them that please adjust from there. Are you clear? You allow them to adjust from there. Third condition. Evidence of tax paid is furnished along with the return. You need to give the proof, challan, etc. Okay. And fourth, appeal is not filed against the assessment of that part of income which is shown in the return. You have shown 10 crore rupees self-disclosure in the return. Okay. First file the return. Show that 10 crore rupees which you wish to show as a tax self-disclosure. Pay the tax. Give the proof. Then the AO will pass the order. Don't appeal that portion later on. Are you clear? Don't challenge that portion later on. Are you clear? Sure? Can I challenge the other portion of the order? Yes, that portion for which you are getting your penalty escaped. That portion should not be what? Challenged in the appellate authority. Are you clear? Read this for condition carefully. There's nothing new I have to say. I want just you to get used to the four condition. I don't want to say anything more about this. Then I will read the paragraph below. Have you read? Now, there is a proviso below which says that, see, is this a concession for you? You will not get this concession in some case. Read the proviso, which is very genuine. There is nothing wrong in that. But it is just a clarificatory proviso. Fair enough? What do you mean by this? If AO has found an income to be 20 crore rupees, okay? Yes. AO is assessing your income 20 crore. Out of which you have self-disclosed how much? Say 8 crore. So on this 12 crore rupees, can the AO impose penalty? The answer is yes, obviously. Are you clear or not? Just write down the example there itself. Yes, the penalty will be imposed as per this section only, 50%. Where is the voice coming? The class or from there? Class? Not here, no? %60 tax, interest subject to non-filing, penalty 50% on off tax. You can escape that penalty if you fulfill the four conditions. Okay? Just pay 60% tax. Shall I go ahead? There are one or two procedural points that I will say. One is this, you read it yourself. That while passing the order, you have to take an approval of some authority. Take. Who will pass the order? AO not below the rank of Deputy Commissioner, Assistant Commissioner, Deputy Director, Assistant Director, as the case may be. Normal ITOs will not pass the order. Are you clear? ITOs will not pass the order. Before sending this notice 158 BC, to file the return, they have to take a prior approval, okay, to send this notice. Is it clear? Is it clear? These are small things, not very relevant for exam also, but as a procedure, you should be aware of it. Shall we go ahead? Our last few things are pending, but those are also very big things, not small. One is this. You have to be very careful with this. Wait now. What does block period covers? 6 last years, current partial year. In our example, it is 1st April to 5th October. Now this paragraph is talking about 1st April to 5th October. Okay. It wants to tell you something about 1st April to 5th October. Wait, see here. Is this year completed? Have you given me the opportunity to disclose income? Tell me. Suddenly you came in between and did search. Yes or no? It wants to tell you something about which year? Current year. That is partial year. Let's read what it wants to say. The total income other than undisclosed income. Wait. Don't read. 1st April to 5th October. They have done search. From 1st April to 5th October, there are a lot of items which you would have recorded in the books. There are some items which you would have not recorded in the books. Tell me. Are you wrong? Why? No, you cannot give this excuse. I have told you yesterday also. If you have sold some goods on 10th of July, why have you not recorded till 5th of October? Give me the reason. Are you wrong? Tell me. On which date you should have recorded? On 5th of October, on 10th of July itself. We will not allow you time till the assessment year at the time of filing of return. You are wrong. So just keep two things in your mind. For the current year, you might have recorded a lot of transactions properly in the books. You have paid GST also. Everything you have done. Correct? Yes or no? But some of the transactions for the first 6 months and 5 days, you might have not recorded. Now let's read with this thing in your mind. The total income, tell me now please, other than undisclosed income, it means which income? Which you have properly recorded in the books. Should that come in the block assessment? Does it deserve to come in the block assessment and take 60% tax from us? Normal assessment will be done for that income. Check please. Are you clear? Second last bench. Your question is addressed? Yes, you have been asking this question. The total income other than of the AY relevant to the PY in which the search of the authorized, in which the last of the authorization for the search is executed or acquisition is made, shall be assessed separately in accordance with the other provisions of this act. Are you clear? So for 25-26, you will file 2 returns. For undisclosed income, you will be showing in the block return along with first 6 years. For disclosed income, you file return next year 139.1, correct or not? For disclosed income, he will do 143. For undisclosed income, he will do 158 BA. Are you clear? Check it please. This we are talking about the current year. That is the year of search. Okay. Something which I have already disclosed for the current year. Why you are taking 60% on that? Okay. They will never ever take 60% on something which you have already disclosed. Even for the previous 6 years, you would have disclosed something? Tell me. They will not take 60% on that. We will see the computation now. We have not seen the computation so far. Wait. How the total undisclosed income will be computed. Okay. Our intention is not to take on something which you have already disclosed. Our intention is to take 60% on something which you are going to disclose now in 158 BC or something that we will find out. Yes or no? Only these 2 things should be subject to tax at 60%. Is this paragraph clear to everyone? Please tell me. Now we will talk about how to compute what? How the AO will compute undisclosed income. For that, there is a separate section given over here, 158 BB. Now wait please, all of you. Complete blunder was made in Finance Act 2024. They replaced the entire section now. Check. Entire green. Full section is green. Complete blunder. All incomes were getting taxed twice at 60%. So they knew that that was a mistake, so they rectified retrospectively. Okay. Nobody will be subject to tax twice. Don't worry. Shall we start? I want your support now here. I know you can support me here, so I am asking you. Total undisclosed income of the block period shall be made as per 158 BB, which is given briefly below. 158 BB subsection 1 clause A. What will you show in the clause A? Undisclosed income, what? Declared in the, furnished by the assessee. Should this be subject to 60% tax? Louder. The answer is yes. This is undisclosed. Correct. Which you have not disclosed in 143, 144, 147, your income, your normal return. Correct. Now we are catching you. You are filing the return. You are showing the additional income. Are you clear? This will be subject to 60%. Second, obviously, something which is determined by whom? Tell me. AO. So something which is declared by the assessee, something which is determined by the AO. The summation of both will be considered to be what? Total undisclosed income on which you will take what? 60% tax. Wait. But total undisclosed income shall not include few things. Few not, many. You can see the list. We'll talk about all of them one by one. Okay, don't worry. All of them are very logical. Don't worry. Now it is very logical. Now I have no issue with this. Shall we read? First. What we are reading? What shall not form part of? On which 60% tax should not be levied. Following shall not be included in the total undisclosed income. Wait, don't make any conclusion. Please here on the board, please, all of you. Total income determined under? Tell me now, please. Or assessed under 143, 144, 147, 153A, 153C was the earlier search assessment before 2021 when block was not applicable. Are you clear? Or assessed earlier under 158BC. Is it possible? One search assessment is done. This is second search. Is it possible? Or 245D4. This is absolutely you are not aware of. So I'm not talking much about it. So the total income, don't read ahead. The total income is determined as per what? Intimation. Correct? Or regular assessment, best judgment, income escaping, search and seizure or block assessment. Prior to the date of initiation of search or date of requisition in respect of any of the previous year comprising in the block period. Have you already paid tax on this? Why will I include this in my undisclosed income? Are you clear? Shall I go ahead? Second. Total income declared in the return of income. Okay? Or in response to notice under 142(1) prior to the date of intimation, initiation of the search in respect of any of the previous year comprising the not covered by one supra. Supra means above. It's a Latin phrase, correct? You might have heard somewhere in law, etc. Supra means above. You can use this once or twice in your paper also when you want to mention that above. You should do it. See here. This is an IDT paper of some student. 86 marks. They have scored. Okay. This was under the old indirect tax. It's an old paper. Okay. So you can see over here how the student has written over here. And it is not my paper. Where is my name? Wait now. See. Therefore, applying the ratio of supra decision. Supra decision means what? The stand taken by the department is not correct in law, and accordingly service tax will not be leviable, whatever. You should use such words little bit. That's what I'm trying to say. See. Everywhere you should not write supra. You should change your little bit legal language everywhere. Like here. Therefore, the department's view in this matter is not legally sustainable. Okay. Applying the aforementioned ratio descendi. Ratio descendi means a principle. Okay. The stand taken by the Central Excise Department is tenable in law. Rather than saying valid in law, we should write the word what? Tenable in law. And accordingly, the show cause notice issued to the efficient collection is justified. The point I'm trying to say that you can make list of certain important words. Okay. Wait. You should make a list of some important critical technical words. And you can use wisely at few places in the paper. But the precondition to use that, your answer should be correct. Your answer is wrong. Supra, tenable. The examiner will realize he has only learned these words. No indirect tax, no direct tax. That should not happen. Okay. So that's what I had to tell you. Coming back to what? Search and for your kind information, that was my paper only. Okay. How did you know? Handwriting. Okay, it is written there. See, I was not aware that it is written in the book also. Anyways, now tell me please, who will come under second other than one? whose assessment is not done. Are you clear? You might have declared the income of for one of the 6 years, correct? But for one of the 6 years, assessments are not done. But have you paid the tax? You will not come in point number 1. For point number 1, only those people whose assessments are done. Okay? So point number 2 will cover those cases where you have declared the income, self-disclosure is made, or the AO has intimated you and then you have disclosed, correct? But the assessment has not been done for you. Okay? Not necessary that assessment is done for all the years. Yes, some of the years it is not done. Third case, which will not be included in total undisclosed income. Let's read. Income computed by assessee in respect of a where such previous year has ended and the due date for furnishing the return of for such year has not expired prior to the date of initiation of the search. You read this carefully, please, then we will talk about this. You read it once. Don't talk, please. Have you read? Suppose your search is conducted on 15th of May 2025. Okay? Is the due date of 24-25 expired? Is it possible lot of incomes of those year 24-25 you would have already disclosed in your books of accounts? Yes? Should that be subject to 60%? The answer is no. It is talking about how will you get this data on the basis of entries in the books. Correct? The law does not give you right hand side column. That I have right from my side. Okay? For your better understanding. The law is ending in the second column. That's it. Third column is not there in the law. Are you understanding? So for previous year 24-25 on 15th of May 2025, you cannot tell me that we will take 60% on your entire income of 24-25. That is not justified. You take 60% on those income of 24-25 which I have not disclosed in 24-25 books of accounts. Are you clear? The fourth one is something which we did just now. This talks about 1st April 2. I am interested which date? 1st April 2 which date? Date of initiation of search means in our example till 30th September. What will happen for this year? If you have already disclosed, then it will go under the regular assessment. Nah, it will not come under the block. Nah, yes or no? Clear? Now, see here. What about from here? From 1st October to 5th October? That you would have obviously recorded. Because officer is standing in front of. Yes or no? At that time also you will evade. Officer is doing search, you are evading income. Huh? Next point talks about that. Check those 5 days. Is it clear? Now 6th, 7th and 8th point I cannot tell you. For that you need to know what these 3 sections. You may definitely be not aware of at least the first 2. Third one you may be aware. First 2 absolutely you will not have any knowledge. It's based on international tax. Third one, are you aware? 194P? Anybody? No idea? It talks about some senior citizens you would have done whose age is 75 years and more. Yes, who earns pension and bank interest. Okay, so for them the entire TDS is deducted by bank itself on the pension as well as on the interest, and then the respective senior citizen is not liable to file what? The return. So if he is not liable to file the return of income only, how can you say that he is what? Tell me, undisclosed. Are you clear? So you cannot charge 60% on that portion. Is it clear? We'll keep these 2 points on hold. All 3 of them we will keep on hold. When the relevant provisions are done, we will come to this and we will address this. Okay? Don't worry. Last note you read, they are not copying. If AO is of the opinion that, that's very true. There is nothing wrong in this. What is point number 3, 4, 5? First see that. What is 3? That is last year, correct? What is 4? Current year up to the date of initiation of search. And fifth, those 5 days of search. You are saying that you have disclosed properly. What if the AO does not agree to your disclosure? Tell me please. Will he add that income to the undisclosed income or not? Yes, you may partially disclose, you may not completely disclose. So he has the right to check that obviously. Okay, check it please. Is it clear? Last year this computation was absolutely wrong. Last year they said that the AO will compute total tax on total income of the SSC. Okay. Which will include whatever he has disclosed earlier. Absolutely wrong. Everybody raised objection on that. Then they amended retrospectively from 1st of September 24. Okay. That provision is not relevant to anybody. Only CA final students will study that for September 25, May 25 and Jan 26. Even though that is absolutely wrong. They have to study the old one only. The new Finance Act is not applicable to them. Now last 2 things are pending over here. One is a very simple thing over here. Please see here, but I will not tell you to read now. I will first put one example and then you read and let me know the answer. What will happen in this case? Please pay attention on the board. Please, we'll take the same example. What was the block period in our example? Please, I'm directly writing the block period 2000. I will write over here previous year. 1922 previous year. 24, 25 plus. Now do you know what does this period includes? Which income of this period will be included in block? Only undisclosed. Okay. Something which you have disclosed, that will be assessed under the normal provisions. Now wait. Suppose in previous years 18-19. This is which year? But which year it is? Just 1 year before the block period starts. Correct? Suppose in this year there was a business loss of 10 lakh rupees and UAD of 20 lakh rupees. Okay. So I have a question. Whether you will allow me this loss to be set off against what? The undisclosed income in the block period, which we are going to which we have determined now, correct? In 158 BB. What do you feel? Louder. Okay, don't allow. Okay. Will you allow me to set off this after 25-26? Everything is not expired. What expired? UAD is expired where? Loss is expired now. Where is UAD expired? UAD is still there now? Correct or not? What about if I say this is a 73A loss? Then what will you say? This is a 35 AD loss. Then what will you say? Is it expired? It is there until infinity. Yes or no? The question is whether they will allow me to set off this against the block period. If not, will they allow me to carry forward that after the block? Did you understand the question? Read the paragraph below. Tell me the answer. Will they allow? Against what? After the block period is over, you can set off this against your regular assessment incomes. Correct? During the block, we are not going to allow you. Is it clear? Now, one last thing is there in this chapter. Pay attention on the board. One last thing. See here. Previous year 25, search is initiated. Please don't talk. On 30th of September 2025, search completed. On 5th of October 2025. On this date, previous year 21-22, 147 is pending. Previous year 23, 24, 143, 3 is pending. And previous year 24, 25, no assessment done. what will happen with them? This will abate. This will abate. Both of them will stop. This I don't know. Okay. This has not started only, so it will be as it is. Correct? In this 24-25, whatever income is disclosed, that will not be subject to 60% tax. Whatever is undisclosed, that will be subject to 60% tax. Undisclosed income can come from you also. It can come from A also. Both will be added back. Correct? Yes. Now, the AO will send you a notice after a few days under 158. PC to file the return. Okay? File ROI. So you have filed the ROI. Okay. Then the AO will do what? Assessment, block assessment. And he will pass the order. Tell me the date by which he will pass the order. If you don't know, remember the provision, you see and tell me. No. Tell me the provision first. 12 months from the end of the quarter in which. And then you read provision carefully. From where you have to start 12 months. Yeah, I'm not saying you are saying wrong, but see, everybody is not saying correct. From which month you have to count 12 months? Which quarter? Last of the? Sure, that is what it is written. Which date it is emphasizing on? Which date you will pick up and then you will find the quarter? 5th October? Okay. So by that logic, the date comes to? Let's keep it simple. It is not a 30 days extra wala case. It is not a TPO wala case. Correct? So it will be 31st December 2026. You are not happy with this. You are not happy. So you will go to the next topic. See on the board, don't go. We are not starting with this topic. You will go and appeal to whom? You are not happy with 158 BC order. Correct? You will go to CIT and appeal. See on the board. The time to appeal to CIT is 30 days from the date of receipt of order. Let's assume you have received the order on 31st December. Till when I will appeal? Tell me fast. 30th January 27. Okay. Then CIT will pass order under section 250. Wait. You are not aware of all those things that I have to say. I did not want to say all these things now, but I am forced to say because I need to teach the next provision of search and seizure. I will say about all these things in the chapter of appeal. The time limit to pass an order by the appellate authority, CIT appeal, it's 12 months from the end of the financial year in which the appeal is filed. 31st March 20. Perfect. I am not happy with this order. The CIT passed the order against me, saying that the search was correct, everything is correct, go. I am not happy. So I am going to ITAT for an appeal. Okay. The time limit to file an appeal to ITAT is how much? Somebody said. How much? Tell now, even if it is wrong, it's okay. No, 60 days is amended. Check. It was 60. I am not disagreeing you. It was 60, but now it is, read, 2 months from the end of the month in which the order sought. There is a difference between 60 days and 2 months. It was amended by Finance Act 2024. Okay. It was 60 earlier. It is 2 months now. From the end of the month, in which the order sought to be appealed is communicated to the assessee. Earlier it was 60 days. Listen, there is a great difference. It is not an amendment of 60 to 2 months. It was 60 days from the date of receipt of order earlier. Now it is 2 months from the end of the month. Is there only a difference of 60 and 2 months? The entire month is now escaping. Are you able to understand or not? We will talk in the next chapter, obviously, in the chapter of appeals. But as of now, I am showing you so that you tell me this date. By when I should appeal? Assume on 31st March I received the order. Okay. So it's very simple now. 31st 2028. Now ITAT will pass the order 31st May, sorry. Okay. Now ITAT is passing the order. Listen carefully. Under section 254. The time limit to pass the order by ITAT is 4 years from the end of the financial year in which the appeal was filed. Tell me fast. Fast. 31st March 33. Correct? The ITAT gave this order. Listen carefully. Gave this order to CIT. To whom? ITAT never ever directly talks with AO. Okay. They give everything to CIT. They gave this order to CIT. CIT received this order on, say, 10th of April 2033. The ITAT also gave this order to whom? Tell me. SSE. SSE opened the order. When he opened the order, it was written, the entire search and seizure proceedings were illegal. The warrant itself was not given by the authorized authority. Okay? Search and seizure is illegal. This entire assessment is gone now. Okay? Is it clear? Array, is it clear? Did you understand till here? Sure? Pakka? Now listen this. One last thing for the day. That's it. Come to page number 17.7. You see on the board itself. If you want, you can directly read from the board with me. Subsection 5. Shall I read? If any proceeding initiated under this chapter or any order of assessment or reassessment made under clause C of subsection 1 of 158 BC has been annulled, annulled means cancelled, in an appeal or any other legal proceeding, then notwithstanding anything contained in this chapter or section 153, the assessment or reassessment or recomputation, reference or order relating to any AY which has abated under subsection 2 or subsection 3 shall revive. Shall what? Revive with effect from the date of receipt of order of such annulment by the principal commissioner or commissioner. What did you understand from this paragraph? Please tell me. These assessments will now, so never ever say abate means stop. Always say abate means pause. What it is? It's a pause on the assessment. It's not a full stop on the assessment. Okay. When it will restart? 10th April 2033. But the question will come, assessee does not have the, AO will say, I have the books. You don't have the data, na? I have the data from block assessment. You don't give me anything. I have everything. Are you clear or not? Yes, done your assessment or not? Please tell me. He has the data, na? At that time you would have given him all the documents or not? With the help of that, he will do the assessment. He will not be able to find out anything new. Are you clear? But whatever he has done for those 3 years, he will absolutely do. He cannot open for 24-25. Are you clear? He cannot open for 22-23. Are you clear? He cannot open for 19-20 and 20-21. But he will open the assessment only for which year? 21-22 and 23-24. And just imagine how much interest will be charged. That is much more than sufficient to cover the tax. Are you clear or not? 10 years have already gone by. Yes? Will charge you the interest of 10 years. Write down this example, please. Revival of assessment. Revival of what? Pending assessment. Now pay attention, please. There is an amendment which has come over here. Please stop talking. Please, all of you. Now what is the amendment? Pay attention, please, all of you. See on the board, please, all of you. Shall I say? Suppose this is previous year 25-26. For this year, the AO has referred the matter to TPO with respect to royalty. Okay. Now the TPO has passed an order, say on 15th of December 2028, that the arm's length price of this royalty will be determined like this method, this amount, this comparable, this adjustment, say 10 lakh rupees, for example. Okay. Now, I'm going to next year, 25, 26, then 26, 27. Now I know that the AO may again refer to TPO. So the government has given me an option, assessee, that you can tell the TPO, you can directly go to TPO. Who can directly go? Assessee. And tell the TPO that, sir, please apply the last year order, whatever you have computed in the last year. I am very happy with that. Please apply that arm's length price to royalty for the next 2 years also. For the next 2 years also. You have an option. If you want to go, go. If you don't want to go, don't go. It is your choice. Okay. So this provision now is extended for 1 plus 2. Okay. Once in a financial year, TPO passes an order. And if the assessee wants, assessee can make an application in prescribed form within prescribed time. They have not prescribed that so far. Once that is made as an application to the TPO will check the case whether actually the transaction is same or not. Correct. The transaction has to be same now. Then he will apply the same ALP now. He will check whether the transaction is same or not. The nature is same or not. It is with the same associate enterprise or not. Once all these things are proved, he will pass an order. And he will say that for the next 2 years also. For the next 2 years also, the arm's length price will be determined as per this only. What I have done in the last year. Is it possible before I make an application to TPO, AO has already referred for next year? Yes or no? Then the TPO will stop. Okay? TPO will ignore that reference. Are you clear? Is it possible before I make a reference, the TPO has already passed an order for current year also? Louder! I can go and tell and make what request for what? Recomputation also. What I can say? Please recompute your order as per last year. Please, I want the last year transfer pricing officer's order to apply it in the what? Next 2 years also. You have all these options. Okay. But only thing which is missing over here is till when the assessee can apply for the next 2 years. What is the last date by which he can apply? Okay. So we'll make a presumption. Obviously, he can apply before, say, some end of the assessment year, or they can say before the end of the 2 assessment years. Okay. Say before the end of the assessment year of 26-27 or before the assessment year of what? 27-20. They might make some date. I don't know what will be that date. They have not said that. So far, they have just written in the bare act, we will prescribe. Okay. So what is the objective of this particular provision? The objective of this provision is to give certainty to the assessee. Okay. We don't want assessee to be again and again cooperating to the transfer pricing officer. Every year he will send a notice. Then he will ask for documents, information. Then he will pass order. Every year he may pass some other order. Last year he has passed 10 lakh. This year he will pass 12 lakhs, 13 lakhs. We don't want that. We want certainty in the eyes of the assessee. So we are doing it. So what are you supposed to do? Please tell me once again. First the AO, in one of the year AO should have passed an order. TPO should have passed an order. Only then this is possible. Correct? In one of the year, if he has passed the order, of TPO has passed the order, then you can request to make this order applicable for consecutive 2 previous years. Okay. Are you clear? The moment you give an application, you have to give an application in prescribed form. I don't know the prescribed form. Within prescribed time, I don't know the prescribed time. You have to give it to TPO. TPO will look into the matter and will check whether it is a genuine case or not. If it is the same matter, same case, he will pass an order. And he will tell apply this for the next 2 years also. Next 2 years, arm's length price will be same. Okay. If the AO has already referred, he will be told to stop. If the TPO has already passed the order, he will also be told to recompute the AO's order. AO's order will be recomputed as per last year's TPO order. Correct? So all these procedures are given over here. Okay. Let's read now from here first. Section 92 CA subsection 3. Same ALP for the next 2 years. The ALP determined for an international transaction or SDT as per 92 CA subsection 3 for any previous year shall apply to a similar transaction for 2 consecutive previous years immediately following such PY. Let's see how they incorporate this provision in the new law now. Because in the new law, the next 2 years will not be called as PY only. Yes or no? Those will be called as tax years now. They are not called as PY now. But nevertheless, we are standing here assuming that the law is not changing. Correct. Even though when they brought this amendment, they were aware that the law is changing. Yes or no? Reference to TPO. A new subsection has been inserted in 92 CA subsection 3B. Read every line very carefully to provide that the ALP being determined in relation to international transaction or SDT under subsection 3. Who has determined that ALP? Louder. TPO has already determined. For any PY shall apply to similar international transaction. For, put in the box, similar international transaction, put in the box, 2 consecutive PY immediately following such PY. It has to be the immediately next 2 years. Okay, there should not be any gaps. On fulfillment of conditions specified therein, the assessee shall be required to underline, exercise an option. It is not automatically applied. In what? Prescribed form, manner and time period. I don't know the time period. I don't know the form number today. It will be useful actually in the assessments. Yes, not now. So we have time now still to prescribe that. However, this option cannot be exercised underlined in search cases. Sorry. For search and seizure assessees, this option is not available. Suppose you have made an application. To whom you have made an application? Tell me now please. For what? Sir, please apply this for the next 2 years also. Now TPO will pass an order within 1 month. Check please. Okay. This time limit is given in the law, obviously. The TPO may by an order underline within 1 month from the end of the month in which such option is exercised. Declare the option as valid subject to some other prescribed conditions. I don't know the prescribed conditions. If the TPO declares the option exercised by the assessee underlined valid, the ALP determined in relation to an international transaction or SDT for a previous year, underline shall apply to similar transaction for 2 consecutive PYs immediately following such PY. Okay. Now some important points. For such 2 PYs, no fresh reference of ALP shall be made. Now the AO cannot make what? Fresh reference for it. Can he make for other transactions? Yes, only for this transaction he cannot make. Correct? If, however, any reference is made in such scenario, is it possible before you making the application he has made a reference? Yes, before or after the above declaration by the TPO. The provision of 92 CA subsection 1 shall have effect as if underlined no reference is made for such transaction. Then you will cancel that reference. Are you clear? Now everything depends upon what is the time limit. Then we will come to know all these things. By when I can make an application. Has the TPO passed the order as valid order? Tell me now please. Now are you supposed to apply in the subsequent 2 years also? Yes, that is the reason they have brought one section 155(21) to rectify the order. Okay. Are you clear? Upon receiving TPO's order, the AO shall recompute the total income of the assessee for such PYs as per 155(21) where the ALP determined for an international transaction or SDT for any previous year and the TPO has declared an option declared exercised by the assessee as valid in respect of such transaction for 2 consecutive PYs immediately following such PY, then the AO shall recompute the total income by amending the order of assessment in conformity with what? The ALP so determined by TPO under this order, that is 92 CS subsection 4A in respect of such transaction. Second point you may not understand because it has a reference of a section which we have not done so far. Taking into account the direction issued, you can write down over that. These directions are issued by dispute resolution panel. We will see in this chapter only. TRP. Sir, what is the time limit to compute this? Here you are not going to get 4 years, please. Sorry, generally in 155 you get 4 years, correct? Here there is only 3 months, please. Everything has to be, because if the TPO will take, then how other things will be done? Yes or no? There is nothing great you are supposed to do over here. You have to just apply what? Last year's arm's length price in the current year's order. That's it. Are you clear?